Been there, done that, know what's next. Life's a journey, never complex. A lifelong student, educators call, guiding future, standing tall. Conscious parenting, full hat on tight. Drove through decades, walked away for rights. From the motion pictures to the cosmic light. Contactee's journey, universal sight. Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence. Human experience, hang out, come along. Kids, health, synaptic circle, singing our song. Random vlogs, life stories to tell. Each journey a beacon, wishing well. We all have incredible tales to share. Healing activation, spreading care. Light the way, find the others. What's your mission, sisters and brothers? Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence. Rise, humanity, unity we seek. Community sharing, synaptic circle unique. Be the solution, lift someone today. Assist in the rise, light the way. May the song lift whoever comes across, and may you do the same, no matter the cost. Spread the light, ignite the flame. In unity we rise, forever reclaim. Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence.
Hi. Hello, howdy and hello. Happy Sunday. I wasn't even going to do the intro. I was going to do the countdown, and then I'm like, wait, I need those 2 minutes. Buy me some time. So I slid home. Hi, Flix Love. I see you there. Nice to see you. Happy Sunday. A howdy and hello, a catch up, and all the fun things. And to the replay crew, hello. I hope you're well. I am on as well because Lawrence August will not be joining me tonight. We are not going to have our headlines and healthy hope tonight at 5:30 because he has a gal on his arm, his gal, and he are going to an event for the Super Bowl, for the Bread and Circuses game, which I do not partake in anymore. It's been I did it again. It did, Flix Love. Oh, where's Big Daddy G? He needs to help me out here. So it did that yesterday. I did it yesterday during my amazing live with Annie Lieberman, and I'm not going to move anymore. So clearly something is wrong. I thought I've been cleaning this up as best I can. And to be honest, my daughter and I, we're just got to invest in something new. This is a Chromebook. I've had it for 5 years. I do clean it on the regular, like don't hold on to too much information. So I don't know why it did that this time. If it does again, be patient because I do have a few thoughts I want to share today. So I'll just keep popping back on and I might just move around and do it on my phone. Let's just go outside for heaven's sakes. So that happened. And Carol, when you chime in, you'll see it did it again if anyone's just catching up. Wow. Okay. So maybe it wasn't just entities trying to take us down yesterday. Annie, if you catch this, you know what I mean. I had so much fun chatting with her, and I've had the loveliest accolades from her and from some pals for it. So thank you for supporting us yesterday. Me with my tech issues, but her with just being her. She's finally out in the spotlight again, and I want her to feel that love and be podcast on the regular because she has a lot of great stories to share. So that was interesting. What the heck could it be? I took off X and Linktree. My ex, I actually did the whole premium upgrade. I didn't know it's going to involve a stupid check, whatever. But they say you need to have that premium X account in order to stream there because my streaming stopped in July there. I didn't know that. Hi, Roger Blair. Hello. So I don't know what that was from. I mean the blackout, but it not streaming to X is a thing because I did do my little upgrade. Apparently it comes with a check, so now I'm all embarrassed because there's not many over there yet. And it's not streaming there. It already stopped me. So maybe it's still under review for that little check. And again, I did not do it for the check. I don't need the checks. But in order to stream over there, I do. And I need to blast as many people as possible. Hi, Carol. How are you? It blacked out again. It knocked me out at the beginning. I cleaned everything up and all. So new laptop can't get here fast enough. You were in the middle of a sentence and moving forward, also with one hand, not touching anything, right? Yeah, Flicks Love. I didn't even share any comments or anything. So, Carol, we got some. It wasn't just entities attaching me and Annie yesterday. It's like legit. Chromebook's going down. And we kind of made our decision, Carol. Yes, there's a Windows. Yes, there's a MacBook. Both my daughter and I have Chromebooks, and in school, I'm doing this more. We need a little upgrade. So we've been investigating, but the reality is it's just the sticker shock. It's a big deal. I don't have a credit card because I'm clearing up debt. I'm not, oh, it's freezing. It is not easy for our household to make some sort of purchase like that. So we really You know what? Fuck it, let's do it this way. How's that? Can you even hear me though? Let's see. I know, see, right, Carol? It's doing it again. So I'm going to invest in that little laptop. And let me just show you my spiel. So this is what it does. Yes, I use my light because my window's over there. And it's just like it's rebooting itself. I didn't do any crazy configurations. Video went with the lag. Check the internet. Nothing else downloading anywhere. No, I have no other pages up. In fact, this was on airplane mode when I went live. It's telling me Spectrum's strong. Maybe I'm just too strong. I'm just saying. Oh, now it's trying to log in. You know what, though? Forget it. Fuck it. Okay, good. If you can hear me, I'll just do this. Why don't we just hang out? Why don't I give you a tour? That'll be the live today. That's where I hang out. That's the window that gives me the lovely lighting. Maybe clean out your cache and history. Cache and history. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can totally do that. I never quite shared too. Well, now I'm in a care share mode. When Marchand gave me this, the giant gave me this for Christmas. I got another family collage, and that's what's behind me because they always got my back. Okay, now clear my history. Let's try to do that. Interesting. And I won't let my little man go on this. Did you know that? Like I won't let him. He doesn't play on this one. He plays on Chromebook if he ever does play on there. So let me go clear up some of the stuff while I'm talking. But you can ask me anything. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Oh, Garrel's going to do a creepy classic movie on Rumble tonight. He and Jane have been doing, if you're just tuning into this, Rumble, Midwest Night Watchers. They're doing these wonderful classic movie nights. It's really cool. I'm thankful for that, you guys, because it's, it was, I think I was on the chat for a second, and then I literally was just hypnotized for a little while, and my kiddos were even watching with me. They were up late. Okay, I'm clearing cache. How do you say that? Hi, Nostalgia Pod Blast. How the heck are you? Good to see you. Anytime I see the name of your thing, greetings from Georgia. I think it's Three's Company. That's my nostalgia. This might have to take some clearing when I'm done, I think.
Teresa, doing well. Just crawled out of a red light sauna. Beautiful. Ooh, I love that. Is that at home or did you go somewhere for that? I was just talking to my dearest pal, who's in North Carolina, and she said Jimmy rigged her own little red light sauna thing in her bathroom with like kind of like those reptile, not the reptile blue lights, but the reptile holders. I have some that reflect, and she put bulbs in there, and she just kind of clipped them all around her bathroom. She does it herself. Oh, Roger Blair, my old uncle used to say, if it won't work, then take a big hammer to it. I will gladly do that. Maybe I'll do a pay-per-view for that if I blast my Chromebook. Here, I'll wander you around. I'll show you the blue skies. At home, Teresa. That's wonderful. Oh, that's so cool. Well, let me show you the skies. How about that? We're doing a little something different. There's the birds. There's the skies. Oh, yeah. That wasn't there before. There's those skies. Ew. Well, beautiful over there, and then they're about to get bust. Well, and here's Bobo. Bobo. There's our little tub time. Yeah, I'll give you the tour I haven't given before. I got my foliage, my avocados. I like to hang in my avocado tree. It's getting windy. But it's nice out. It's a good dog walk day. I'm going to go back in and see if it rebooted. Come on, pal. We'll leave this open. Kiddos are doing kiddo things. Giants doing giant things. Hi, Moon. How are you? Ma kitchen. We're getting the tour. The hangout couch, the coziest couch in the world. And here, I'll come over here. This is our little sitting area in front of the desk. Really the place to put your shoes on. And we're giant, and I do coffee and stuff. So, hi, Tanya, you made it. Nice to see you. I'm doing something a little different here. Hi, Erin. Erin Moriarty. Good to see you, hun. How are you? Erin, you won't believe it. 1 week from today, we're going to be cleaning like crazy because my sister's coming. 8 years was the last time my sister was here. 8 years ago, people. Almost 9. And she is finally coming back. And my sister and her fiance of several years, we call him Uncle Jeff, he's coming too. She hasn't even seen my last house. My sister hasn't been here so long that she hasn't seen 2 of the places I lived. Isn't that crazy? Thanks, nostalgic. I never get to move around with this thing, so I might as well. Oh, who said Kentucky is 40, Eastern Kentucky? Ooh. And then it's 30 in Illinois. Do you still have snow there? We wake to, well, it was like 39 earlier this week in the morning. I hope I'm not covering the microphone. It was like 39, and then it's been getting up to 60. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, now that I'm up, I got ants in my pants. I'm walking around. Maybe I should show you the kids' room. No. Oh, man. That's so cool. Well, I was really, so the horse and pony show or the bread and circuses thing is so funny. I was just talking this morning because with the fam, because my old school Chicago days, it was Chicago, it's a sports town. It's all about the sports. I even had a bookie at one point, and I always bet on Kansas City. So I don't know, do what you got to do, but that's what I always did, unless the Packers were playing. But I was the Pack, and my dad or my mom was the Bear. And I loved sports. I loved it so much that my gal pals would work at the sports bars. I was a horrible waitress. I did it for a little bit in Chicago. I never did it here in LA. But I did do like in Wrigley. I worked Cubby Bear and High Tops. And I was the one, though, that when clients or customers would say, hey, you should do a shot with us. There's this whole list you give the bartender, and they're like, they want me to do a shot. So like instead of Jaeger, they give you a little bit of Coke, or instead of vodka, they'll give you like 7-Up, something like that. But I would always be like, give me the real deal. So I just get wasted on game day. I was the worst. And then I was more into I was just there because my friends were there. I'm like, might as well be here, might as well make some money. And I really didn't make very much. I drank it away. No snow in Illinois. Okay. It looked like Wisconsin got some. 17, Aaron. Aaron, you still have snow on the ground, don't you? Wow. You know what, Aaron? My mom, it looks like she's going to get a tiny home. I think she's going to get a tiny home there at my sister's. 68 in Atlanta. The Bears. The Bears. We moved to Chicago during the Super Bowl shuffle. How cool was that? I got to leave Portland, Oregon. I mean, I was miserable, but going to Chicago during Super Bowl shuffle time, I was the shiznit. And I bet if the rhythm started to play, I'd be able to sing it. I can't quite remember, but that Super Bowl shuffle, man, that was my jam. Well, let's see if this will fire up again while I'm sitting here, just because I'm lazy and I don't want to hold my phone the whole time. Let me see if I can open it up. 85 degrees. What if 85? Oh, 1985. Yep, Super Bowl shuffle. And 5 inches of snow in Door County. Wow. Dang, that came late, didn't it? Is that your first snowfall of the year, Aaron? I think it is. I think it's the first snowfall. Here, we'll just do like 2 at a time. Let's see if this works. And you can see how different I look. But cell phone versus here. Cameras always, fudge things. Ooh, I have a guest. Let's see who my guest is today. Ooh, who's my guest? Here comes the guest. Hello. Oh, look, it's a... Wow, interesting. I don't want to hear myself. Here I come.
You want
To
me
me
to
to
the
the
stage.
stage.
Can you handle it? I'll have this stand by just in case. And I'll turn off the volume. Hi, Jeff Adams. Good to see you. Ooh, stop talking. Can you hear that over there? See, Carol, what is going on? I tell you, tech. So I think this is going to be my final nail in the coffin. And let's see, Carol, what you say. Folks, if you had, okay, and I'm going to share that link, Carol, with their movie night tonight. If you had a choice, now again, my daughter and I have Chromebook. I've had it for 5 years. That's why I don't work. It's all blurry on Zoom. That's why there's all these little things. That's why I don't grow very much, blah, 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 blah. Not the channel, just my stuff. I don't save it. It's time for us to invest. Mac or Windows? What do you think? What do you peeps think? I'm leaning a particular way. My kids are leaning a particular way. And I'm just curious to your thoughts. So what would you do? Because it's a big deal for us to invest in something like that. Total big deal. Because, we're just crawling out of our debts and everything. Windows from Garrel, that's where I'm at. Plus our whole family, we're Androids. No one's an Apple. So I'm like, plus I just have something against Apple, especially when they just jack their prices so bad. And Aaron says Mac. Aaron, do you work on a Mac? Oh, Linux? That's one. I remember seeing that on there. You like Linux, Flicks Love? And Aaron, you do your show, everything's on a Mac, huh? So here's my bit, and tell me your thoughts. My daughter, I have to tell you all the cool things she's working on. Get a used Mac, I see. So they're making the short films, right? But she's still doing her 8th grade project, which is like her final presentation. And I think you remember, I announced this at the end of the summer, but she is going to do like a cello album. She's creating modern songs. She wants to record the music and, boop, 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 sound engineer it herself, while we also take a field trip to an actual booth engineer person who's going to, she's going to learn both. So her presentation can be, yeah, you can do this in a studio with an engineer and for the professional recordings, and look at the kind of things you can do at home on a laptop. And so I want to make sure, I can technically do this anywhere. And if I work on my Chromebook a little harder, I can keep going with my own little shows. With her, I want to get these programs, the techie programs, so that she can really figure out the best way to do all this. Hi, Bigfoot Dwarf. How are you? Hey, what's your opinion, Mac or Windows? Aaron gets used Mac. Oh, it's already lagging. My little arrow's lagging. I'm scared to pull up the things, but Audacity software for audio recording is all systems, open source. Ooh, I knew you all would have answers. Audacity software. And Carol, I know you were texting me some good notes too. No problem, BW. Oh, he says Mac. I'm taking a poll. So is it just me? Is it just the Gen X and older that's like Windows? Oh, I'm lagging. Recorded in studios for years. Pro Tools and such. Oh, I'm frozen. I bet it's gonna go soon. Got GarageBand on my Mac, but keep it easy. So GarageBand, and there's another program because that's what Charlie's uncle, my brother was suggesting to her, and then she found some new kind of app that does it. I forgot the name of it. I don't want to move. I'm frozen. I feel like it's gonna freeze again. And now I see Moon says Windows. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah. So that is going to happen today. We're biting the bullet. I did get a paycheck this week. I don't even do the credit cards anymore. So it has to be like something.
Son of a nut. F it. I'm staying here. You lose, Chromebook. Okay, turning it off. Oh, and now I won't get all of that. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let's just stick to this because I'm not going to change it too much. So these programs I want to have her to use, I want them easy to use, easy to download, and she can get all of her stuff on it. Is it still, it's good. 5.5. Do you see me now with the phone though, Erin? And can you can hear me okay with that? It was crushing me that it happened during Annie's yesterday. Carol got the call of distress right before we went on that she was having trouble logging in. And so we were already getting tested a little bit, but we were laughing about it. We're like, okay, the entities are already here, two bright lights coming together. And then all that crap was happening, and which we laughed about more at the end. But I kept thinking of all the shows I've done, the one with Mrs. Lieberman, our dear Mrs. Lieberman from class, who was already nervous to do it. I felt so bad. Sheet music, oops, or only audio. Ooh, oh, she's still going to do audio. MuseScore seems okay for own sheet music making. Okay, she's taking already done songs. I know there's copyright things, but she has no intent to sell and no intent to like mass produce. This is just for a project. So we are going to take other songs. And she's just using those and putting it on the cello. Kind of like, what's her name? Lindsay Sterling. She's done some covers on the violin, electric violin. Hi, Joe Fox. Woohoo! Nice to see you. Moon had a Tandy computer in '87 with desk operating system. I assume that was Windows before it became Windows. That sounds about right. I don't even remember. I think I started using in '91 as a junior in high school. And we had our little computer lab time, but it was the green, programming, coding stuff, which I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just copying my neighbor per usual. That's how I got through schools. Windows has more choices for software and more parts. Good to know, Carol. I keep leaning towards that myself, mostly because I'm so anti-Apple. I gotta speak where my dollars go. Yeah, thanks for hanging with us with Annie yesterday. I wanted to share a couple more peeps. Now, Robert Earl White, I've been chatting with to come on. He's got an interesting schedule. So he won't have a lot of prep and advert for his. It's just when I can catch him when he's available. We're just going to go live that night. So I can't wait to share and chat with him. He is, other than Aaron Moriarty, who I think was my first in 2020. I think it was 2020 or 2021. First that asked me to go on a podcast. I started doing little side things. And Robert was like a Neil, like a castle dude. He caught one of my lives talking like this, and it was during, that was 2022. maybe the very beginning of 2023. And he's like, where's all the peeps in the chat? Where's everybody? I'm like, I got me, Robert. I'm just talking. I'm just doing it anyway. And he's like, well, come on my show and see your stories. So I did. It was one of the first times I was other than Aaron. Aaron and I talked about everything. But Robert's, I was really diving deep about, the Bigfoot experience and crafts and all these fun things. So, and then he had an amazing year. And then he went offline for a while. I know there were some disputes within communities. I know he wasn't taking his health too seriously. So he is back better than ever. And he works with Anthony over at Epic TV, and they do their own little show. So I basically want to just chat with him about all that stuff and talk to him about, coming back into all these communities and being such a wave shower himself. So that's coming. Okay, now these caught up. I didn't know these were frozen. You guys are so sweet. Thanks, Flick Love. Hope your daughter will enjoy the recording process. Making music is creative. Flick's Love, she has gotten so into it. I'm so proud of her. Not just the making of music, but they have a new project they're doing in class, and they're making short films. It's awesome. And this is 8th grade. They actually had a big shoot day yesterday, not my daughter, but her classmates. And they wrote short stories, and my daughter was one of 4 or 5 that were chosen to be turned into a short film. And they had an actual screenwriter person come and take their short stories and put it to a script. They've had an actual industry sound person come in and teach them how to use sound recording equipment. And they've had like a camera dude come in these are all parent communities, by the way. These are all people in our parent communities. And he's showing them how to use cameras and stuff. So cool, out of their own time. And he shows up on set too and helps them to do stuff. I think it's incredible. So they're getting the coolest education. And her shoot date is not yet, but when she does do it, she's been coming back to me. The girl that's been in industry 30 years. And she's like, Mom, did you know? If the light is this way, you need the camera 45 degrees angle and that dark line. I'm like, oh, wow, really? I didn't know that. But I was like, that's really cool, Charlie. She's getting into it. And of all the places for her to get into this stuff, I'm so grateful it's here because there's so many classes and opportunities to extend on that. So Flick's Love, to answer your question, whether it's the movie route, music route, whatever it is, she's inspired right now, and it's really exciting. It's really exciting. Short films are so cool. I did that with my nephews when they were young. Opened their imagination, didn't it? Yeah, my sister and I were all about, the Barbies and stuff, or G.I. Joes, whatever they were. Barbies, we cut their hair a lot, and we made really awful situations happen, like fights and things. But we did make little movies. That was the old school VHS day. Spend your money on processor, chipset, memory, and hard drive. It's most important. Everything else is bells and whistles. You gotta remind me, Big Daddy G. Processor, I'm writing blind. Chipset, memory, and hard drive. Okay, thank you. I'm excited because I'm like, investing in them is easy to do. I throw myself in there and I'm like, well, I can do my shows from it too. Justify, how all the uses we'll get out of it. But the reality is it's kind of cool. We've been living on Chromebooks 5 years and we've done it. We did it. It's so funny that it was assumed we had something fancier. Still had to use command prompt, but it had things on the hard drive run by operating systems called Desk. Nice. Oh, you were answering Roger Blair. Hi, Elena. How are you? Elena, how the heck are you? How have you been? Good to see you from across the pond. Chipset. I have to, okay. Oh, the RAM. The RAM is the one. Is the RAM more important than the GB? The gigabytes? You can see how much I know. Barbie makeover, 100%. Peaches and Cream was one of my favorite ones. I loved her dress, but then she got a buzz cut. I loved her even more. They dangle from ropes and it'd be like, help, help. And then my Stretch Armstrong would save the day and things like that. Interestingly enough, I married a giant who saves my day every day. Data you can store, right. And that's what you can save the data to offline. You can download it on the little things. I'm going to put these in clips and save these because this is classic Gen X, what the hell am I talking about stuff? For vids, you need much of that. Okay. Thanks, Big Dwarf. You too. I'm loving your setup. Big Dwarf, question for you. So I succumbed to X. See, I used to be able to stream from StreamYard directly to X. It ended in July. And so I noticed my video stopped in July. Now it says you're supposed to upgrade to premium to get that. And now that stupid little blue check's going to come, but it's part of that premium package. So I guess I'm under review for that right now. So, and I'm really doing it so I can stream over there. But you went live the other day, Bigfoot, on X. That's how I found you. Did you just do it live from X or did you stream both? Bauer Media, how the heck are you? Your identity is your currency. Watch where you keep your bits and bytes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I hear you, Bauer. Bauer, I'm on here. I keep getting booted off Old Faithful over here. Guess I can turn this light off. So we're working it out as a community. But you're completely right. I hope I'm not covering the microphone. Cool. Well, I'm feeling more confident about it. Again, it's the sticker price that makes you go. And I'm second guessing everything. But the quicker we get it, the quicker she can move on with her stuff and I can borrow it once a week. So my community member, Annie, wasn't she a treat? I have now another community member, a parent in my class is going to talk soon. He was supposed to be next weekend. He's traveling. It'll probably be the first weekend in March, but he healed himself very much a la, if you're familiar with Joe Dispenza. He has a very similar story and he did start studying Joe Dispenza and finding those communities, and he healed his spine after being told paralyzed and things himself. He healed it himself. I can't wait to share his story. And he really believes in what we're doing in the classroom. So I kind of want you to meet one of the parents in the classroom. Okay, so Bigfoot went stream through Streamlabs. I didn't know I was live on X, but I've been trying. Yeah, you were, or was it TikTok? Where did I say hi to you? I said, I'm on here too. Maybe it was TikTok, but I found you on both. Yeah, watch where you put your bits and avoid the bites. That's funny. Oh, you're so poor. You don't have identity, Roger Blair. TikTok. Okay, that was it. Well, see, I want to be able to stream to there. Were you just going live from there? So because now I'm on my phone, I guess I'm not seeing the Facebook stuff. So thank you and hello to Facebook land if you are there. Just doing my weekly little chit chat. I also want to catch up a little bit on the class. I've had some really neat things happen this week. You can change your DNA with your mind. Part of the great reveal. That's firmly engaged. Yep. Am I missing? Does it collapse? Oh, I can do it from here. There's Bauer. Oh, this is kind of fun from here. Then I have no excuse. I can go live anywhere, huh? Watch where you put your bits. Avoid your box. Now I'm just going to share everybody. Huel is right. Oh, now I'm having too much fun. Okay. Yes. So Friday, I went to meet a parent in my class who also happens to, be very heavily involved in the community. She's definitely a wave shower. It went from a coffee date to a 3.5-hour conversation. I left so pumped and it's inspired, and not just from the coffee, because it's really rare for me to drink regular coffee anymore, but we were just zinging along. Talk about setting things in motion, manifesting, really putting out there what it is that you do want. It was so divine. And the initial meeting was established because there were parental concerns, not of what's happening in the classroom, but just making sure her daughter's doing well in the classroom. And it was so fun to be able to have a conversation with a conscious parent by saying, it's not about the work produced, it's the human. How is she humaning? How is her soul? How is her spirit side? How is that faring in the classroom? And it's freaking incredible. She's a beacon. She is a bright light, and she's one of those that takes on a lot of energy, really takes everything in. And now that we've started our play and our creative process, she's blooming. So I'm sharing with the parent, like, I think she found some here, because she came back the next day with all her lines memorized, which was blew the class away, wanting to perform in front of everybody, which I usually have like a star child. It's someone that assists me for the day, and it's different all the time. But they do the morning burst with me. They help lead the class through the hallway. I'll ask them to hold the line. I give them they're like my little mini assistant, even though I'm an assistant, and they love it. They love having this job to do, passing out paper, whatever. So she would never want to do that. Now that she has this part and she has this character development happening and this now open throat chakra, thanks to Mrs. Lieberman and stuff, she is shining so bright. Her confidence has grown. Her confidence grew so much that by Thursday, she was doing problems on the board. She was doing things she wasn't doing before in class. So it was like when I got to meet with the parent Friday, it was like, I know we talked weeks ago about talking about how she's doing in here, but do you know what happened in class? She did the work and in front of others, and she wanted to do again. And then she did her lines and then she did the part. Like, she was so active in the class. It's really just being patient enough and giving the safe space for these children to bloom and blossom on their own. It's so, so delicious, so cute. It's the best. TikTok, I can go live from phone app, but not desktop. Okay, good to know, Dwarf. And that's just one girl. So then, like with Annie, when we get offline and when we got to meet, we talk about some of the kids in the class, just how we see the shift within them when they have this safe, confident space and they can open this up. Beautiful things happen and they create a shift themselves. Oh yeah, and if you saw my little post, good to hear shine on everybody. Absolutely, expression and all. I woke this morning. I've been waking kind of around my usual time, but the sun's already up, so a little bit after. And it's really sweet because I'm like, I'm rested. I got my sleep. I feel good. So I wait a while before I look on there. Yeah, the thing happened again. So I'm on my phone. And I looked at my email. I had an email from a different parent. And I opened and immediately saw words like, whoosh, and I was like, wait, I was like, is there something wrong? And I start reading and I'm crying. This mother is just sending accolade after accolade, beautiful expression, thanking me for what I'm doing in the classroom. She said, and I did say this to the class, I worked really hard at presenting the play. Like, I even read it first to them, doing all the characters so that they knew how important all the characters were. Even the one character that has maybe just a couple lines, they can be grandiose and big and be a huge integral part of play. So that by the time I passed out the plays and the parts, everyone was applauding for everybody. And like when he did Loki, I gave it to the Loki, who's perfect Loki in the class. Everyone's like, oh, of course. And Thor, we're doing Norse mythology. Everyone was into it. And there was girls in my class who are sisters, they're twins. And I gave them a sister twin part. Now, it was really funny because there's sweet little things you want to put in your pocket, gentle and everything. So I gave them giants who would like rip the flesh off your bones or the lines and things. And because I'm going for the funny thing aspect. Anyway, I told everyone, listen, the part is going to be as good as what you make of it. And I want you all happy. So it's not about, well, I wanted to be a star because everyone's the star. It's who really is going to embrace the part. Even if it's opposite your personality, even if it's what you don't think it is, who's really going to have fun with this character and tell me your truth. So this little girl sat on it for 24 hours. She came back to me the next day, really working on, I'd like to make the line so I like my character more, so I can do this more. And we worked together, but I could tell, like something, she's not saying something, but she's trying. She caught me in an alone moment at lunch where I was by myself and she walked up to me. I could see the nerves and the hesitation, but she shared with me her truth, what she really felt. And I don't know what she was expecting me to do, but I immediately was like, wow, sweet pea, like, thank you. Thank you for telling me your truth. I can see that this means a lot to you. And I know how hard that must have been to come up and tell that to me, especially after I told all the class, like, all the parts are important and I worked hard at giving these to you. And I said, I would like to make this work for you. Would you prefer? And we worked on it. I gave her something new. Another girl in the class was like, oh, good, because I wanted to be that part. And so she got that part. Everybody was happy, basically. And I thought that was that. Well, it turns out I get this email from this mom who was thanking me, saying she was on pins and needles wanting to, being nervous to ask me this. And she said, thank you for giving them a classroom where they can freely speak their truth and that you're willing to work with them, not shoot it down. And in so many words. And I was so moved because I was like, it's something I just did in the class, not thinking it would carry home, not thinking that it was such an integral part of even their family dynamic. It was just enough to make me go, I am on mission, man. Like I am on mission and it's working. It feels so good. You are the bulls that are all super. I love it. Go Chiefs. I always say, BD, when I had a bookie in Chicago, because I was in that world for a while, I always said, always bet on Kansas City, and I would always win. So there you go. But I do believe in the mafia controlling things. So there's that. You never know what'll happen this time. Although, didn't they already announce the winner? Somebody said they mistakenly announced the winner. I wonder if that's the stats that are going to happen. Peaceful Penguin High, the word is your power of creation, and that power can be used in more than one direction. One direction is impeccability, where the word creates a beautiful story, your personal heaven on earth. Oh gosh, that was beautiful. Thank you. Yes. How does that go? I thought if I hit it. Oh yeah, there it goes. I'm getting used to the phone thing. The other direction is misuse of the word, where the word destroys everything around you and creates your personal hell. Absolutely, what you just said. Your word is everything, right? It's your contract. It's your oath. That's what I've been teaching them since our little Viking thing. How am I going to get comfortable? It's an oath you have that you're giving to people. Like, this is my oath. This is how. This is my word, and you're casting spells too, right? Exactly. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm going to put it on here because this is a what's it called? I have like a little shelf holder thing. Let's see if that works. The Four Agreements. Yes, from the Four Agreements. Beautiful, powerful book. Oh, I don't have my microphone anymore. Can you hear me if I still put it on like this, guys? I'm wondering if that's possible. Yeah, so I wanted to share that about the classroom. Moving mountains. And that Thursday class, it started with 8 in the beginning of the year. I'm at 13 now. So the word is spreading there. I have 20 through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thank you, Bigfoot Dwarf. How are your skies, Dwarf, over there? I saw these beautiful cottony, like actually authentic clouds for a minute, and then I went outside. I'm like, oh wait, never mind. They're coming in behind. They're starting to go across the sky again. And sure enough, we have, so getting ready, Carol and Jane, more snow's coming because let's see, Wednesday night it starts. Really heavy rains Thursday into Friday. The sky parts are here. Yep. Dang, when will they go away? When is that part of the show going to happen? I mean, generate the weather, fine, but don't you think you're a little late? That's crazy. What's next in our play? So we're all about, oh yeah, we have Valentine's coming. We're actually going to do a little exchange on Tuesday. That's when all my kids are there. And I got them little crystal hearts. I guess let me get my little, it's more like stones. What snow? Oh yeah, because of the sky farts, Jane? Is that what you're screaming? No. By the way, speaking of screaming, where's Blazer? Where's Blazer been? His gal must be in town, huh? Let me show you these sweet little things. I had extra, so my daughter's going to give some out too. But sweet little stones, little heart stones. Aren't they sweet? Polished stones, some more powerful than others, I feel. Well, meaning like, I know who these would be perfect for. Oops, how can I put that? I love stuff like that. I used to give crystals to the kids. This is just their little Valentine thing. Blazer's sick? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, don't strike a match at all down there, Moon. My chat froze out for ages. Oh, no, Elena. I'm sending all my bad juju to you. I have some tech difficulties over here. Oh, Blazer, I'm gonna have to blast some memes and reels to him after this. Yeah, being sick is no fun at all. They're getting heavy dump too. They're getting a lot of snow and stuff, aren't they? Oh my, now I'm looking at myself. Excuse me. So we're having a Valentine soiree. I'm trying to curate and come up. I made one up last year. I might find like a Steiner one or some sort of really cool esoteric poem, but I actually like channel writing too. So I think I'm going to channel write another poem and have them write a beautiful scroll, like in their best writing they can. Cursive is our standard, and I'm actually trying to teach it now with some of them. And there is a way to teach it that's not like worksheets and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to have them write a beautiful, like scrolled out poem to their families, and I might burn the edges kind of, and then roll it up and tie it, and then make little, we're going to make some little trinkets. So, and just dote on the parents. I think that's, yeah, we got to smudge all our devices. I think that's going to be our Valentine this week. Oh, and I got the giant something. So you know how he got me this. I think maybe I can just turn this around. You know how I got those paintings done at Paint Me Royal or whatever? There's me. And there's the giant. Well, I got the one that has both of us in it. And I put Bo in it too. So it's really fun. I like the fun stuff, the funny things. And so yeah, it's a really funny painting. I sent him the funniest picture I had of Marchin where he's like doing this. And I'm like, and there we are, like on the thrones. I saw the outtake. It's not here yet, but I saw the edited version. And then Bo the dog going, I love that shit. So I got him. I hope that wasn't too loud. He's on night shoots all week. He's been hitting the grind, and he refuses to share pictures with me, but I have an awesome picture I saw of him in front of the movie crane because he's a giant and he's with the crew, and it's like the crew and then the giant and then the crew and then this crane. And it's for Spider-Man. He's doing the new Spider-Man. Great picture. So maybe I can share it sometime with you all. I want you guys to see him on set. I guess it's almost over. And what was so fun is in my son's class, there's this little girl. She's not little anymore, but sweetheart. If I could ever arrange a marriage, she would be it. I love them. I love their family. And she's who got my son into Kung Fu last year. Anyway, her dad is in wardrobe, and he did like the Neutron movie. He's worked on a lot of films, and he's finishing this Spider-Man gig with the giant. And it's not a movie, it's the Nicolas Cage. I guess it's the new TV series. It's going to be black and white. So they're doing their big, huge wrap soon, hopefully. Oh, wrap party. Spouse now. I used to get the golden ticket, and now I'm the spouse. I'm sorry, but those are fun to go to. Say what we may about La La Land. There's so many creators here, like the ones I'm telling you about, who come into the classroom and teach the kids how to use equipment and stuff. Just people, family people. And when they get together after wrapping a gig, it's so, so exciting, so enigmatic. Elena's son does Wing Chun Kung Fu. What is Wing Chun? That sounds fancy pants. Wow, that would be a good one. My son was going hard. What belt did he get to? And then he broke his arm last spring. And then when that healed, he wound up saying, I don't want to go back yet. He went into water polo. So he did that for a while. So that was his new jam. Now it's a little cold, but he'll get back into it. That's pretty cool. So yeah, night shoots for the giant who just came downstairs. You want to say hi now that I can walk around? Sorry, people. He will remain a mystery. 49. We'll be about 10 more. What did I want to share? There were some other big little synapsy things. Really stroking the socials, trying to get that moving. So I went back to X and TikTok, and I'm trying to figure those things out. Maybe with the new lap that would be helpful. Wing Chun and Aikido are the best of the arts. How did I not know Wing Chun? Is that everybody Wing Chun tonight? Aaron's met the giant. Hi. Oh, he's cool as ice, right? Like cold. He has his way. He's already been up trying to fix the dishwasher, so Mr. Can Do. Yeah, Mr. Night Shoot Man. And then we have, gosh, the snow will be coming again. One of Charlie's scenes for her short film is an ice rink, and there we might be able to shoot with some hockey people, kid hockey people. But I'm just was so impressed with what she's doing and what she's working on. She truly is that creator, stepping into her creator being role. I guess I always tell people just navigate those 12 and 13 was, I think, the hardest time with her. It's the time where you worry. It's like, she's not talking. She's not saying. Is she okay? Is she well? Like, she seems like brooding. Like, and you realize that's a difficult time. It's a really difficult time for a kid. Feeling all the feels, their bodies out doing all its weird crap, and you just don't know where to fit. And then she just stepped into 14, and she's just like, ah, finding all these voices. He would be very popular if he was your co-host. Yes, he would. Yeah, I don't even think I can never steal a sound bite even. And even just getting a picture is so tough. I have news though. We are going to Poland. It's confirmed. We will be going to Poland. I will be meeting my mother-in-law. We will be able to lay his father to rest. And the kids and I, it's the first time really out of the country. And Mexico. It's the first time out of the country and Canada. So is that really out of the country? Oh my gosh, today's day. Should we talk about it? Yeah, I'm super stoked for that. And the only way that really happened is due to all, I think, this kickback we're going to get for taxes this year, as well as we finally got my kid's new birth certificate. I don't know if some of you might be new to this, but last year, the Giant legally adopted the kids. And so now they had to get new birth certificates with his name, and we just hyphened our names. And we no longer have a trace of that lineage that abandoned us time and time again. Because I know every time they had to write their name or anytime, like it's on their insurance card, it triggers. It's triggering. It's triggering to see a huge long Armenian name when you were cut off. And no happy birthdays, no Merry Christmas, no nothing. So it's so sweet. And my daughter has her half-year birthday celebration coming up because she's a summer baby, and they still celebrate in the classroom. And she's choosing like Polish treats to give, and she's always talking about her Polish heritage. So love wins. My dad called the Giants football team the Gigantics. Perfect. Oh, Muay Thai, yeah, fantastic style. I prefer to kickboxing. Bauer. Oh, did Bauer? Where'd Bauer go? Oh, maybe I missed. Oh, Wing Chun and Aikido, the best of the arts. That's what you said. Have you seen the movie IP Man? That's the style he does. I haven't. I don't know karate, but I know karate. I love it. Yeah, Muay Thai is awesome. Giant's all in to do the MMA stuff. He has his Saturday night fights he watches and things. Man, when that stuff's rolling in again, I want to take him to, Vegas to go see it in person, like boxing and stuff. He likes all that stuff. But I know you just heard me, so it's a surprise. Oh, man. Yeah. So there you go. I think that's my latest and greatest. Learned a lot this week. Definitely. And our little feral, wild and free community, there are a bunch of homeschoolers. They it's sometimes it was funny, when we had the rain days, it was like, we'll be out, rain or shine, come prepared. And some forget to. So we got stuck inside a few times due to the fact that I didn't have enough supervision. I couldn't separate the class. And we made do. We had so much fun. I'm telling you, it's so nice to curate the class so that they're all friends and we all get along. And as of late, the only injuries and problems that occur is just because people get so excited they hurt each other on accident. So, I mean, winning. I hear horror stories online of bullies and people in school and class. They're just cruel to each other. And I just don't get that. They're not heard. They're not being seen or heard. I think that's my mission. So. Sweet. Is that you, Charlie? Oh, Huck, you want to say hi? We were just talking about kung fu and stuff. You want to show us a move? No. I'm alone in this venture. Look at that, my beautiful plant. Yeah, no, I get to move around. I keep forgetting. I used to do things kind of like this at the edge of the desk with my light. And then I would turn towards this light. So us, and I turn this way. So without further ado, if you go watch the Bread and Circuses show, I think most of us are aware of the programming by now. So just be mindful of your programming. The problem even with that whole scenario, and this is not to poo-poo it, because I even told my daughter, like, you're at the craziest Super Bowl game I've been to when you were 2. Not the actual game, but like a party. But you know, a lot of the Lucy stuff happens. People become completely intoxicated, inebriated, and then they're driving all around. I hated going to set the day after Super Bowl because I'd be dodging the drunks, even like 4 or 5 in the morning. You know, so just be careful out there, people. You go partake in all these things, just settle down. And in this day and age, there's no excuse to be driving under the influence. I mean, speaking from someone who used to do it so much that I'm just so blessed to not have anything happen, but way too many close calls. Just don't even try it. Don't even try. Anybody was kung fu fighting. I miss that kung fu group. We'll have to get back over there. It was hard because that was the same valley as us, but 30 miles away, 30 minutes away. So, you know, the hour commute thing was kind of getting to us, whereas water polo was like 5 minutes. So that was an easy do. Aww. Well, thanks for playing, peeps. I had super quick. Right after the Annie thing, I had someone message me. Someone I sort of knew. I only know online. And they're like, why? You know, I think it's great you're talking to community members and, you know, people that some people aren't familiar with online. But what happened to all the paranormal stuff? Like, weren't you sharing the Bigfoot stuff and UFO stuff? Weren't you sharing some more of these things? And my bit is having had this connection with Annie and even the parents in my class, you come to find out that it kind of can be all related. Sometimes having those stories that I have and being able to just, you know, not talk about it, but connect with others, when it comes up naturally, it just flows naturally and it's heard easier and heard better. And it comes to find out some of my parents have had experiences before too. So yeah, I do a little bit of everything still. And that's my jam, and I'm probably going to stick to that. Yes, Jane, another excuse, right? Another excuse to escape and check out. And boy, everybody loves that. Getting completely intoxicated and then losing large amounts of money. That's a good combo. I've not had a drink since way back before the turn of the century. Way to go, Aaron. Way to be. I love it. Aw, okay, we're almost at the mark. 2 minutes here. What are my synapses of the day? Well, that's about it. Be your best self. Thanks for riding the tech wave with me. I will send you, Gerald, what we choose, what we wind up settling on. And perhaps the next time I do this, I won't keep booting off my Chromebook. I'll save it for my late night streaming when everybody's asleep and I can watch my reality shows in peace. That's my wine now. That's my checkout drinks now. So Midwest, you're saying you're doing Rumble, the movie night again tonight, right? Oops, what's for lunch? I haven't had lunch yet. The Super Bowl does have good snacky snacks, though. I hear all the things going. That's the giant, if that's what you're asking. I made him a big potato thing. He's still having some big potato stuff. We're talking about your lunch now. Now you know how serious it's getting, Merchant. You sure you don't want to come talk? So cool. Tonight, Midwest Night Watchers on Rumble. Are you only doing it on Rumble so you don't get the copyright strikes and stuff? Because I assume that's what you're doing. And I love it. You're doing like clip after clip after clip and then this movie. So you should check it out. Get that pizza again, Jane. Yes, that's why they're doing it. Okay. Well, perfect. Well, I'll see you over there again tonight. Thank you for that my little night movie time. That's what I'll stream on my Chromebook. and thanks, guys, for the help with the research. I'll let you know what we wind up getting and what happens this week. And happy early Valentine's. Happy early Valentine week. Sending love. I'm going to narrow it down in 10 seconds. Okay. So in next weekend, I don't know which guest it is. Robert Earl White, not Quan. Lala and Dr. Bob, I got to get on here too, and Isabel Amy. So look forward to some of those. Woohoo! We'll be hanging out with some pals. You too, Jane. All right, Jane, Gil, Aaron, all y'all. Elena from UK. Nice to see you over there. Perfect. Here it is. And Flicks Love, thanks for hanging in there. Happy Valentine, Aaron. You guys be well. After, let's see, so next week, yes, I'll come say hi, hopefully on a new gadget. And then my sister's in town, so stay tuned for some funny things there. Chaos will ensue in a good way. Chaos. All right, smell you later, peeps. Thanks for playing, even when I moved over here. Have a beautiful, blessed one. Talk to you soon.